Of all the things Shankara asks us to look at, none is closer to home than the simple fact that experience seems to come in two parts. There is the one who looks, and there is the thing being looked at. There is a watcher behind the eyes, and a world spread out in front of them. This split feels so obvious that we almost never question it. Yet Shankara built his whole teaching on questioning it, gently and relentlessly, until it loosened its grip. In this chapter, we will walk slowly through that inquiry, the way you might walk through a quiet room at dawn, noticing one thing at a time. Start with the most ordinary observation. Right now, you can be aware of your hand. The hand is the seen and you are the seer. Now be aware of a sound, perhaps a distant car or the hum of the room. The sound is the seen and you are still the seer. Notice something important here. The hand changed into a sound, but the one noticing did not change. The objects come and go, replacing one another endlessly, while the awareness that registers them stays steady and the same. Shankara invites us to live in that difference for a while, because almost everything he wants to show us is hidden inside it. Then he takes a bolder step, and this is the heart of the chapter. He says that whatever you can observe cannot be the real you. If you can see your hand, you are not your hand, you are the seer of it. Fair enough, most people accept that, but he does not stop at the body. Can you observe your feelings? Yes, you can notice anger rise and fade, sadness arrive and soften. So the feelings too are seen and you are the one watching them. Can you observe your thoughts? Yes, thoughts pass across the mind like clouds across a sky, and something watches them pass. So even the mind, that busy machine we usually call ourself, turns out to be just another object in the field of awareness. It is seen, and therefore it is not the seer. This is where the inquiry becomes vertiginous, and where Shankara asks us to be both honest and patient. Step by step, everything you might point to as yourself reveals itself as something you are aware of, which means it stands on the side of the seen. The body, the senses, the emotions, the memories, the very sense of being a person with a name and a history, all of it can be observed. And by his simple rule, whatever is observed is not the observer. So we keep setting things down, not this, until our hands are empty. What is left when nothing observable remains? Not a blank, not a void, but the one thing that could never become an object, the bare awareness in which all objects appear. You cannot turn around and see it because it is the seeing itself. It is like the eye that cannot look at itself directly yet makes all looking possible. This pure witnessing presence, never absent, never altered by what passes through it, is what Shankara calls the true self, the Atman. And his astonishing claim is that this innermost awareness is not small or private at all. It is the same reality he calls Brahman, the ground of everything. Here the duality begins to dissolve. We thought we had two things, a seer in here and a world out there, separated by a hard boundary. But look again. The world only ever shows up as experience, as color and sound and texture appearing in awareness. And the seer is nothing but that same awareness. The line between them, which seemed so solid, turns out to be drawn on water. There were never truly two. There was always one seamless knowing, mistakenly cut in half by the habit of thought. This is the meaning of non-duality. Not that the world vanishes, but that the wall between you and it was never really there. It helps to be careful here, because the mind loves to turn this into a new idea to believe. Shankara is not offering a belief. He is offering an experiment you can run in your own awareness, right now, simply by noticing what changes and what stays. The objects change. The knowing does not. Stay with that long enough without grasping for a conclusion, and the felt sense of being a separate watcher trapped behind the face begins to soften on its own. So what is the thread of meaning we carry away from this room? It is this. The peace you have been seeking out there in some better arrangement of the scene was never going to come from the scene, because the scene is restless by nature, always arriving and leaving. Peace lives in the seer, in the still awareness that was never disturbed by anything that came and went. To dissolve the duality is simply to stop overlooking what was always nearest, and to rest as the quiet knowing you have been all along, whole and unbroken behind every passing thing. In the next chapter, we will follow this stillness one step further, into the territory where even thought itself grows quiet, and we will ask what it means to find the silence that lies beyond all words.